What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we are going to take a look at this beautiful Black Widow from Hot Toys from Iron Man 2, and you can only pre-order this at Sideshow because it's an artisan version. But I have a feeling this is not the last Black Widow artisan that we're seeing, because this looks like a new head sculpt, and trust me, this is not gonna be the last Black. They're gonna utilize this head sculpt all over again with this. And to be fair, this is a beautiful rendition of Black Widow. Black Widow and her first appearance on Iron Man 2 is Scarlett at her peak. This is like LeBron James in Miami Heat, Michael Jordan in '96. Beautiful looking figure. Combine it with a rolling eyeball system and that beautiful artisan hair, and you have Lane's dream right here. It is nice. And then they now adapted this. I hope this is not a disaster. I hope they learned from the lessons of the In-Art Joker where they topple around magnetic base. I would love to see this being implemented real time, but is this I guess the question is this the ultimate Black Widow? Because like I mentioned earlier, I feel we are going to see this sculpt be utilized again in the future, whichever version that might be. Maybe an Artisan Infinity War, because we all know that hair was a mess. But in terms of version of Black Widow that would utilize Artisan, I can never think of a better version of her than Iron Man 2 with her long curly hair. She looks like the Black Widow, in that movie. Could we apply this perhaps in the end game? Not as good, because she got like a ponytail in there. In the Infinity War, she got a blonde hair. It could still be better, of course, but as far as the combination of suit, the look, and they said they changed the body proportion as well. They highlighted that. Combine it with a base, and then you get this special edition Iron Man gauntlet, which if I get this, she would never have that. It's a great look at that look from this pictures. That looks like a real person. That looks like a shrunken down version of Black Widow right there, Scarlett Johansson. My goodness, this is amazing. The hands, I didn't really see it. That's the only thing. I hope that they, kind of tailored it specifically. Did this ever happen at all where she's using his gauntlet? It's been a while since I watched Iron Man 2, or maybe I should rewatch it. But I don't remember that happening at all. With her gun, it looks like here. That's one thing. It's the artisan version. My goodness. And it's funny enough, I just saw I forgot whose page it is. I saw somebody did a custom version of this. I was scrolling to my Facebook feed, and from Iron Man 2, and I was like, that looks pretty good, But now we have the official version of it. I hope he didn't pay that much money on it, because this one looks amazing. Combine it with the rolling eyeball system as well. You got yourself a nice looking figure here. Those hands could improve as well. The one that I'm seeing right now, I hope it's not the generic ones that we always receive. We upped our game now. We're in a different playing field now. So those generic open palm, fisted, gun holding hand, it has to be more specific to the character. I love how this hair worked out. I just love the look of it. I'm not a rooted hair kind of figure, but when a figure is female and it's this quality, I'm glad that the suit, they didn't include like a real zipper, because I can just imagine all sorts of things that are being done with this particular figure, the body swaps and all that stuff to a Bison. Look, refined figure body and proportion, yet it's still not going to be enough. This is not gonna be enough to some collectors out there. They gotta up it up. So, but man, the implementation of the rolling eyeball here, because Scarlett has just this beautiful eyes that's really expressive as well. So you combine that, it feels like you have two different head sculpts all together. Again, this magnetic base, looks good in theory. To be fair, my Artisan Joker hasn't follow. I'm not Artisan Joker. My inner Joker hasn't fall over, and it's because he's not on the base. So no, I put him on the base, then I got scared. It feels pretty sturdy, but knowing that it exists, it hasn't happened to me doesn't mean it's not gonna happen to me, and I didn't really want to take that risk. Especially with this Black Widow, like how good she looks. Can you imagine her falling backward? Is fine. If she falls backward, she'll land on her Artisan hair, which is gonna, minimize the impact. But imagine her falling forward and chipping the paint on her nose with this. Because let's be honest, the Artisan, you paid for the hair. You paid for the hair and this beautiful craftsmanship. Maybe there's no non-Artisan version of this. It doesn't exist. So, my goodness. And if you're into Black Widow, right? Like if you want a representation of Black Widow, the best possible version you could have is possibly this. Like I said, I'm thinking of maybe the Black Widow movie. That looks cool as well, but I don't think it's gonna translate as good, if not better, than this in an Artisan version. Now, for me, who doesn't really like this kind of hairstyle, maybe if they do this face on the Endgame version, which I don't have to have an Artisan, but I wanted a rolling eyeball system, and how because this head is perfect. I mean, maybe you can critique the nose, maybe, and that's me just looking for something's wrong, but maybe it's a tad bigger than what I wanted it to be. But that's just me being, just looking for something that's not there. But man, look this shot right here. You show this to a non-collector, they'll be like, it's her. This is an AI that produced something that, maybe the hair is not completely human yet. There's bigger clumps in there that maybe could have been, like a smaller strand. But you show this to a non-collector, they'll be like, that's her, definitely. Maybe they did a face swap or something like that. That's how good this turned out. I am interested in the price, because that would dictate if I'm actually gonna pre-order this. I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't. Like I said, I'm not the biggest hair fan, but I do love this figure. I really do. Who knows? We'll see. 2,000 limited though, so it's gonna be a tough one. But let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this figure? Are you excited about this? Is this gonna be your ultimate Black Widow? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.